So we finally got the Gaptrain over to MAK. It's been sitting at Adam's house for a while since it got delivered from California. Adam's gonna run over the combo real quick, just in case you guys miss anything on the show, and just a quick overview.
It's basically LC9, stock bottom in 5.3. When we went out there, we had 3 or 4 bent rods in it. We did put a couple of stock replacement rods. We kind of shipped them in overnight. Motor-wise, I think it was about 140,000 mile deal. We have comp cams. I don't even know which one it is. It's one of their shelf grinds. That was like the biggest one I could find so it would sound rowdy. It's a stock truck intake, stock truck fuel rails. Even got a bent, dinged up deal there. Doesn't even care. It's like really shows you the limits you can push some of the stock stuff to. VS Racing 210 injectors, stock truck throttle body.
Summit Racing intercooler.
Yep, sure.
3.5 incher. They sponsored this radiator, Performance Quotient. It works all right. We need a better shroud on it. Turbo 400 transmission, Precision Industries converter that we tried to make look bad, but we got caught.
We might have, put a little heat to it before we brought it, so it kind of looked worn and used.
The end result is that we found out that this converter was just weeks old.
No.
8.8 in the rear. We had a Summit build your own drive shaft kit. We made our own drive shaft.
CalTrac bars.
Yeah, still got the cast S480 on it. Doesn't even have the cheater wheel on it. We haven't got to put that in yet to see what it makes, but it'll be nice to get numbers on the factory 96 exhaust wheel, 132 housing, and then switch it over to our 99 wheel and a 158 housing. See what the actual power comparison is there. That's pretty much just a quick overview, not to go too in depth. We'll do a whole build sheet video on it and really get into everything that it is, but we just wanted to give a quick rundown before we put some numbers up on the dyno. One thing we do want to emphasize is that this truck, like the guys in our team that was on the show, like those guys worked harder than anybody I've ever seen. Like I think our team there was better than anything they've ever seen also. Like, none of the guys were ever sitting around. Nobody complained about what they had to do. Everybody was always looking for something to do once they finished what they were doing. So like, it's not us. When we say we did this, we're not saying us. We're saying Mick, Wesley, Matt, Todd, Adam, and I. It's a whole team effort. So you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff from the truck with us, but they're part of why we succeeded, or obviously the biggest part of why we succeeded on the show.
You can't build something like this in 10 days without a lot of manpower, so it took everybody a lot of time to get it done.
There's a lot of like heart and soul from them into this, like the way the grill is and the way a lot of the stuff is, they really just put everything they had into it, and I just want to make that known. So we're gonna see what it puts down on the dyno.
Knickers. He's got to be right there right now.
There
Did he go behind the furnace?
He was running on this. He went behind the furnace.
Very tricky, isn't he?
Yeah. We're not going to catch him.
All right.
thing is totally full.
Dump it real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Can't even blame Nuclear Nick on this one. I didn't do it.
Here, rinse it off the lid.
Looks like it had a little lean pump.
Temperature rising a little bit. I don't know what you made, but it was a lot of it.
I don't think I see any head gasket hanging out. At least not yet.
What?
So I don't see any head gasket hanging out yet.
You did flash to like 64, 6500, you know, on the
I
load.
think you got too much boost right there.
Give her what she wants. All the boost.
How much did it make on the load?
No idea, buddy. I was just trying to keep her
I like how the
together.
wastegate just spews water when it starts to open.
It
It's like a whale. Or a Gaptrain. That was only 23 pounds. Go back.
7,100. Huh. Look at fuel pressure.
24. Yeah. I think we're about out of pump there.
Yeah, about definitely pumped. She gone.
No
Oil,
more.
oil pressure's beautiful. 98.
98 psi oil pressure. AFR, target AFR. What was AFR versus target?
Let's see.
RFR.
Arford.
Not the average.
See how close we got to her. We're at a level that's above the death zone. That's the thing. We're 60. We flash at 6,400. That's where you don't hurt head gaskets.
No,
So it's kind of a good thing.
I don't think it hurt the head gasket.
No, I agree. There's nothing wrong with it. I was just giving you shit. But I also
Play with my emotions.
we were on target. I would say our fuel pressure sender might be a little bit off.
Might what?
Be off. It might be bad. We were on target and duty cycle was not 100%. So it's basically saying that that fuel pressure sensor is wrong. We did get to 100%. I take it back almost to 100% at the very
Well,
end. Of the run.
the pressure in that stock fuel rail might be dropping.
Look at the hesitation in my foot towards the end. Okay, 100, 98, 94, 88, 80, and then
Why were you letting off?
probably just preparing for the shit to come out the bottom, so I was just kind of...
All right, so it made once we drug the graph out and got the RPM right, it made 909 horsepower and 826 foot-pounds of torque. So I think we're just gonna call it one and done with that because we really don't want to shit can this thing before we go testing tomorrow.
Yeah, fuel's on target. I mean, it's right on the money.
That's what this is for.
Right, yeah, this is a tuning tool. You know, make sure that we go to the track, at least we know where things are at to start out with. We're gonna check a plug, make sure timing's safe, but we should have a couple degrees still left to throw that thing before we really gotta worry about hurting it, so. Yeah,
Yeah, we're at a fuel pump also, so.
yeah, we're right on the edge of fuel pump.
We have another pump to put on it. We just gotta get it on there, order the fittings, whatnot, so. We've got some work to do. But we can keep it at a lower boost number tomorrow. Since we know we're out of pump, we can work on our 60 and see where that gets us. Most people read the back cylinders because That's usually the hottest plug. But with the truck intake, which is weird, when we were in California, the front plugs were actually the leaner plugs or the hotter plugs. So that's why we're reading the front plugs and not the back, if anybody's wondering. Oh man, that looks money.
Does it?
Yeah, see that's our timing mark right there. They say you don't want to go past the bend, and we're not even to the bend. And see that, the white porcelain there, it has no speckle whatsoever. We don't have any heat down in our threads. So if this was a new plug, this probably wouldn't be black because it's been idled on a lot. If it was a new plug, this plug it'd probably be nice and gold up here, maybe even a little bit rainbowy, but not, there's no heat down in here. So that's a really good reading. So I would say we have at least 2 more degrees to go on that strap, which everybody always gets mad at me and makes fun of me for saying we can go at least 2 more degrees, but we actually have 2 more degrees to go on this.
We really do this.
We're gonna get this buttoned up, get it off the dyno, load her up, and head to Mentone tomorrow, get some test passes in and get ready for Civil War, which nobody knows we're bringing this yet to Civil War, so it's gonna be a good time. Still got a belt issue, I guess. Dude, did you guys check this after you put that on? Maybe that's why I wasn't charging earlier.
Yeah, I would say so. Looks like we might have some interference.